The Free Senior High School has come under criticism recently, especially with the food served to students. The quality of the food and the amount of food served to students have become a topical issue. But the Education Ministry says they are working at improving things. Here is the Ministry of Education's Public Relations Officer.
At every point, you should understand that you may not necessarily have a perfect system. You have a system that is being run with a human hands in it. So there may be some challenges in terms of distributional challenges, in terms of storage challenges. But your duty as leadership is that when these challenges come, you go in and resolve it. I think we have to situate it in a very proper context. What is that very proper context? If you look at buffer stock, their distribution chain, at every point they are supposed to send about 18 food items. In between the 18 food items and even GCX, you may have a school with supplies of about 17 food items. I mean, let's even narrow it down to our various homes. You may have Milo, you may have milk, you may have sugar, you may have plantain, but you may not have beans. It does not necessarily mean that you are unable to cook. But maybe within the preferred choice of food that you want to cook, that is where you may have a difficulty. But of course, what do you do as a parent or as the owner of the house? Quickly, you have to intervene. And when there are those challenges, you go in and resolve it. I mean, these children are not children from a different continent. They are our own children. They are our own brothers and sisters. So our biggest priority is to make sure that they are being fed morning, afternoon, evening.
At the Laboni Senior High School, the students tell me that although they are given breakfast, lunch, and supper every day, it is not always that the food is balanced.
There are slight instances where it's not balanced. It's just once a while. But then I think we would need more of the balancing of the food. There may be instances where they are not balanced foods, but then sometimes I think we would need, maybe when we are taking water, we will need egg to each person. But then now it's no more, so we pray, we are hoping that they bring it back. But then for the rest, we think it's okay, we'll manage.
The Education Ministry took us on a tour to 3 secondary schools in the Greater Accra region: St. Thomas Aquinas, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, and Laboni Senior High School. And in these schools, the students say that although they are fed all the time, that usually their breakfast, which is predominantly liquid, comes without bread. And on some occasions, they have bread to add to it. What was for breakfast this morning?
Okay, we had Tom Brown with bread. Tom Brown and bread.
And does it always come with bread, your breakfast?
Nah, it's not always. Just sometimes, but not always. Yeah.
So how often does it come without bread?
Yeah, very often. Yeah. Yeah, I think Fridays that we get bread. Yeah.
Throughout the week, it's only Fridays that you have breakfast with bread.
Yeah.
Usually, it's without bread.
Yeah, we don't get bread all the time. Just Fridays. So most of the times, me personally, I come Fridays because I like that.
Because there's bread.
Yeah, the bread on Fridays. Yeah.
Not long ago, Africa Education Watch advised government to allow parents who have their wards in boarding school to pay for the free senior high school. The National Democratic Congress (NDC) has also said that they will review the free senior high school should they win power come December. But the question is, will that review ever happen? Time will tell. From Presec, Legon, Kenneth Jesse for joining.